Okay, first of all, went to bed around, I think it was around 4 o'clock early. Well, now it's Tuesday morning. Well, I think it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been wrestling with myself pretty much all day about this, whether I wanted to upload this video or not. Because it has something to do with the dream, and it was really significant for me because I woke up out of a dead sleep at 6 o'clock. So I slept for 2 hours. And the dream, it startled me so much to where it was like, wow, what the heck is this? And you're probably wondering, we'll get on with the story. Well, just give me a moment. I don't know, it kind of like left me really thinking about different things, and I'll get on with it. This morning I woke up, I had a dream, and it was like it was something that I was remembering. It was something that I was being warned about. Everybody was being warned about pretty ahead of time. We had formed these and I'm not a right wing or anything like that, or a doomsdayer or anything. I believe that there's things that's going to happen, cataclysms, it's a natural thing. Mother Earth has her cycles. This is something that takes place just like we age. But I was preparing with a group of people, signing up to be with certain groups, militias, like a gathering place to go somewhere to be as a support group if something had occurred. And this was taking place in my dream, but it was really weird because it was a memory of something that was going to take place. It was interesting because it happened. And everything became kind of a dark golden color, but yet it was kind of dreary looking. And I remember I was with this one kid, and in this lifetime I don't know him. But in my dream I knew him, in a sense. We were had some acquaintances. And we were just kind of running around. The weird thing about it is, I don't know, it's because I watched all these movies, Skyline or Battle Los Angeles or anything, things kind of come up. But there's been a lot of word going around about the end of the world, so it could have been something like that. Things happen for a reason. So anyways, I told somebody today at my job about this dream, and he was blown away about it. But get back to what I'm trying to say, is that we were running around. We were trying to find a safe zone to be in, and finding our group to be with. And I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be with his group or be with what I felt was right within myself, my own spirit. I was just feeling this pull, and I was running for safety because something else was going to take place. Something was invading and going to deceive mankind in a sense. And I didn't go with him. He was hiding into another place behind. It was kind of a tractor, and he went off to this other area. What the weird thing about it is I ended up going to a different location, and some of the people that were in that location was the people that I work with at my job. And I won't mention any names, but the crazy thing is, I ended up meeting in this, it seemed like a church, these pews around, sitting at this place. And we were sitting there, we're given instruction for this, to go about doing something. And so anyways, we ended up in this room, standing up against this wall, and they are proceeding to take blood tests. I don't know what that is, but I was standing there. I felt okay. I'm like, okay, what is the blood test? Well, I end up being next in line. They pull out this syringe and starts jamming this needle in my arm. It's like it was irritating. It was hurting. I'm like, what the heck is this all about? And I go, are you done yet? And the lady took the blood, and then she proceeded to come back to me for more blood. I haven't had any blood tests. It could have been something in my subconscious taking place that, whatever. And then she started taking another one, and this other lady came up, and she was taking blood tests, pricking me. I said, "Are you done yet?" And she thought I was being rude and stuff, but it hurt. And she, didn't really finish. And she says, "You know what? You can leave." And I'm like, "Okay." I was being really polite after, I felt I was being rude, and I said, "Look, I'm sorry." She goes, "No, leave now." And so I left the area, and I can't remember, but it was like really dreary, like it was like almost, some people would say would be considered like hell, but I think hell is like a state of consciousness. It depends on what you perceive hell to be, but it was just really icky, and people were skirting around, running, and I was kind of like hiding, and there's this one child I happened to be with. And it's actually a friend of mine's son. And he was with me. I said, just let's hang together and everything. And we were trying to find safety. And next thing you know, I see my brother. He had 2 hoodies on. I don't know what the heck. Backpack. Oh, and get this. Before I went into the other thing, I forgot one important thing. I went to use my cell phone. One moment. Let me show you. It was this particular cell phone, and all the numbers and the letters had disappeared. And I'm sitting there trying to remember the numbers on the keypad, who to dial and everything. And I was trying to get a hold of my mom and warn her about what was taking place, because there was an invasion coming. We're even trying to ask for help. And see, my brother and I don't talk to this day. This is really interesting. And that's a long story. I won't get into that. But I said to my friend, the little child, and I said, "Hey," it's really not a child. I think he's like 10 years old. But I said, "Hey, there's my brother. Go get him. Go get him. Let him know." And I can't run up to him. We just grabbed each other and hugged each other, and he was so excited to see me. There was like a ditch, and he was carrying me over this ditch. Excited. I said, "Okay, all right, you can let me down. I'm happy to see you and everything." We walked, and we ended up at my mom's house, and it was like we walked around these group of people and everything. It was really interesting. And my mom happened to be watching the TV. She goes, "Oh yeah, the Brooklyn Bridge is no longer there, and the river is no longer there. The ground has lifted." And it was like my mom knew about it. I said, "Is everything okay? What's going on? What's happening?" And next thing you know, I wake up. So I think the whole thing is about the moral to this dream. And while I was talking to my friend at work about it, I just realized that yes, things are going to happen in the world. People talk about an alien invasion, all this stuff. But let me tell you, you have to listen here. Don't listen to the mainstream media that there's going to be an alien attack. We live in a big universe. There's a lot of people. I have a lot of different belief systems about aliens. And, I won't go into all of it and everything, but we live amongst each other. We have different races on this planet. We got to learn to get along with each other. Whether there's an invasion or not, it may happen, it may not. That could be somebody's idea of perceiving the way they see things. And as far as the world ending and people saying, "Oh, it's going to be the end of the world tomorrow," like that, I can't remember the guy. I don't watch TV much. I watch a lot of stuff on the internet. I get emails, updates, I watch a lot of videos, and things are going to be the way they are. What I want to get to is about the moral to this dream. I come to a realization, you have to listen here. Tap into God. Whoever you believe in, whoever you worship, tap into that. If you feel like you need to do something, go for it. Me, I listened to myself, and I ended up being with my brother and my family. And that's the important thing. The more and more we focus on the end of the world and everything, and all that stuff, people are out trying to get energy from that. As you know, it's the end of the world. Or, you know, I know there's certain things that's going to take place. There's going to be a lot of different things happening in as far as on Earth, you know, as far as cataclysms, you know, all the tornadoes that's been taking place and all that stuff. But you know, all those dreams I've had, I've always came out. I've always came out in a safe place. I woke up in my own bed. I'm like, wow, glad that wasn't real, but it really made me think. You know, the important thing is, you know, how do I put this? You have to be prepared spiritually. Whether something happens or not, you have to be spiritually prepared at all times. You know, I've done, you know, paranormal investigating. I don't want to get off on course on that. I don't do that so much anymore because I got into meddling with things that I really wasn't aware of. I see orbs. I don't have to take pictures of them anymore, but before I was doing paranormal investigating, I understand what they are, but I'm not drawn into that place. Sometimes I want to go back into there. I'd like to go to Las Vegas again because they're over in Red Rock Canyon. I don't know if you're familiar, anybody that's lived in Vegas or anything like that is familiar with Red Rock Canyon. There is a big energy there, and I'd like to go back there and see if that same energy. I saw lights on the mountain at night. But anyways, to get back to what I was saying is listen to your inner self. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. If it feels good, do it. I mean, you have to listen to your inner self. And I believe God is within and heaven is within. And, you know, I've been raised, I'll just say it, I was raised LDS and Mormon, but my belief system has changed. After studying the life and teachings of the Masters, I've learned so much about spirituality. And spirituality has nothing to do with religion. So, and some people may disagree with me, but at the same time, that's what I believe. And please, if it's the end of the world, it's the end of the world. It's not, you know, it's not the end of the world for mankind. We will go on. We either incarnate and move on and stuff like that. But it's all part of the plan, the whole thing. I mean, excuse me, let me back up. As far as the plan, I don't know really what the plan is. What is your plan? That's the bottom line. What are you going to do? You know, as far as what are you going to do to give back to the universe? And I really believe that war does not create peace. It creates more havoc and problems and stuff like that. But that's the way it is. I don't want to go into that. I would rather be at peace, doing my music, doing my art, making videos. That's what brings me joy and happiness, and sharing with the world. You know, whoever watches this video. But anyways, that's what I wanted to share with you, and I think that dream was to help me, and I felt like this dream. I don't want to push it on anybody, but the thing is, bottom line is, if I have a message, maybe somebody can learn from this. You know, not to be in so much fear. Yeah, there's Elenin out there. I believe that's a dwarf planet. You know, that's my belief system. Things are going to happen. I know I keep saying that over and over, repeating myself times, but I can't say it enough. Be at peace with yourself. You can't have peace unless you're at peace with yourself. And that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching.